Hi, welcome back to Marked. It's been a little while for just having a D&D session here. Life happens. Get this going and hopefully won't have any delays to getting towards the next Borderlands session. But last time, party had all received information about the impending eclipse, and after giving a description of what sounded like Ragnarok from the Norseman there, and then the hippie in the woods going, "Yeah, I know that one. Yeah, it sounds about right." Agreeing with it. The scaly folk having a bit of a "what is wrong with these people" moment before having to come with terms of, "Oh, yeah, this is awful." But after having a night to cope with things, getting up in the morning, getting a bit of information, and figuring out where they were going to go next, where the path would take them, party went back with Plumrose taking her pumpkin carriage and took on a escort mission to gather the meat man with several pigs and cow in tow on a cart all the way down across the country, head south to Eula. A trip that would take a couple weeks, but a few days into it, they, with the meat man, they're having a little bit of a shortcut through some woods on the coincidence that they happen to get a guide. Party on the way before that saw a white dragon fly overhead, gushing a lovely amount of blood, partially over the party. It's a little bit of that gathered up into a few extra bottles to be used later, while the rest of it hastily cleaned off as it was rather chilly. But getting to the woods themselves, getting to a thick wooded area, the party had a native guide to the area from one of the druid sects there. Agree to guide them through as long as they were respectful to the woods and would simply just hike it through the night and get through as fast as they could. Traveling through close to midnight later that night, a strange music was heard in the woods, which the guide, not recognizing it, but also taking no chances for having to pay respects to possible strange woodland spirits, and the spirit itself having noticed you, politely asked everyone to come take a seat with it and talk a little bit and play some music. With all of the party except for Kamaxdal, who was taking a bit of a power nap and completely uninvolved with the rest of the situation there. However, after briefly sharing some music with the forest creature, it seemed to be caught in a minor Feywild deal where you were caught into playing some instruments of bone and flesh, which were not the most appealing to everyone. Salt Driss had a few issues, but made it through the session. After the musical night was over, the moon set far enough beneath the trees, the creature said it had to go, and it left a shiny metallic music box for your party, and after departing into the woods. It has been a while. Did anyone actually claim the music box or leave it on the ground?
Someone has it. I think it's Medina's character.
I sure the fuck didn't.
I'm pretty sure someone picked it up. I meant to watch the end of last session earlier today, but outside has consumed me with the yard work.
If no one picked it up, I probably. Because it's interesting.
Someone has it. I think it's Medina's character.
Vashnir.
I think at least 3 of us are looking at that like, no thank you. Actually, one of us was asleep in the cart. I forgot.
Yeah, it definitely was not Arik.
Y'all made a lot of noise, and it was like, I should wake up, but like, I'm not gonna investigate that shit.
It was the bagpipes, wasn't it?
Oh, look, they're cursed and gonna get fade. Cool. I'll just wait a little longer.
Hopefully it doesn't acknowledge me, and then I can go back to sleep. But we'll pick back up with the party actually getting back to the cart and deciding what they want to do. If you have any brief discussion you wish to have beforehand with before the guide carrying on. As giving you guys a moment, the guide cups their hand together and makes what sound like some noises similar to an owl. There's a few moments later, a owl perches itself in a tree next to him, and he starts making bird noises at it.
I was going to ask a question as to whether or not that was a normal occurrence, but I don't know if there is a normal occurrence here.
You know, I don't know. Either way, scoot over, I'm gonna take, and he's just gonna like start brushing off and rearranging the wagon, like, I'm gonna take a spot, I think. And just try to lay down and not remember tonight.
Still got a little bit of that taste in your mouth.
We're ignoring that resolutely.
Well, if the plan is still the same, I have a slightly offset sleep cycle now compared to the rest of you. We need to keep moving, right?
Yeah, the guide's talking to a bird over there. I'm sorry, I just need a moment. That was different.
So other than the shock and weird factor, do you all feel okay?
I feel pretty fun.
As you are you holding the music box, or did you stow it away yet?
Still probably holding it.
Yeah. Now then, Kamaxtel, you're able to see the shiny metal cubicle box that he now has.
Not gonna mess with that. It's scary.
Danny, he's talking to that owl, but that owl was looking over there at Peter.
I was keeping a high pole on Peter. It was an owl. I figured that from the beginning. First thing first, I was gonna go grab him, make sure the owl couldn't swoop up and go get him while I wasn't paying attention. I'm staring it down.
It sits there and talks back to the guide for a brief minute. Turns its head and just looks back over at you and Peter. Sees that Peter will not be easily just snatched. Briefly flies back off into the woods with the guide coming back over. Sorry about the momentary delay. Was sending a message to my people. If all of you are ready to continue, and he'll just kind of look all of you over, is getting carriage set back up, ready to go. Unless anyone has anything, you guys can be off.
I lay in my stupor.
Understandable. Well, a few more moments get by as the meat man resituates before a crack of the reins is resumed. The cart getting pulled once more. The rest of the night goes by undisturbed. It's very quiet and peaceful for the rest of the night. For those of you that played in the music, the piece is disturbed ever so slightly with just almost like a tinnitus ring in your ears of every so often faintly the music feels like it starts to come back before going away as quickly as it did, like a blink. But shortly before dawn rises, you get to you are taken to the edge of the woods. Is no longer great trees and large thickets, but once again out to a clearing where the trees are a bit more sparse, with much higher grassland with a not very well kept up road, but good enough to ride on, at least it seems. The crack of light starting to show. And Meat Man will get out of the carriage and go towards the guide, who does not actively step out of the woods, merely stays at the border of the tree line there. Goes over and thanks him. And goes and gets some of the bread rations set aside and leaves it at the edge of the woods. If any of y'all got an offering for the woods, now's a good time to leave it. It's a polite thing to do when you're crossing through this kind of place. Something I've learned from living around Plum is that nature remembers who respects it and who doesn't.
I still quite literally just have the clothes on my back.
Kinda same.
Like a seed or two. Perhaps make it some while we're going through the forest.
Yeah, you could easily have done that at points. Well, Danny, yeah, give me a nature check here also.
Nature check.
Yep.
Oh. Specifically nature, not like survival.
I know
Yeah,
exactly
nature.
what happened there. Nature. I'm a druid. I'm good at weight. It's an intelligence skill. Oh no.
Wait, it's an intelligence skill. That takes my 17 down to a 6. So,
Do you say
16.
take your... Oh, you know, it cut off part of that, and at first it sounded like it went from 17 to 6.
He real dumb. He real dumb.
It's all them drugs and hard liquors.
Let's focus on everything else.
But yes, Danny, you know that a lot of times there are wanderers that simply go through lands with the clothes on their back, and not much. If someone doesn't have food or things that they can't offer, you know, a lot of times it's a lot of the at least the trees at least, yeah, they're okay with just being thanked. Except for some of those old grumpy trees, but those aren't nice to talk to.
It sounds weird. I understand that, and I feel the need to warn you ahead of time. But you could probably get away with just giving a tree a hug.
Hug a tree.
Depending on the attitude of said tree, they may or may not accept that as an offer. But just give them your thanks for safe passage, that sort of thing. It doesn't have to be a physical object.
I just want to like squint aggressively at Danny because like this person has not lied to me at all. But this is pretty out there.
Do any of the trees look particularly not icy and frozen?
They're not really too icy or frozen here at the moment, so...
I suppose
Which
I'll
tree do I feel the
sacrifice.
least amount of kinship with?
What, Matt?
Let Eric go, I just realized our thing overlaid, I'm sorry.
I suppose I'll sacrifice what little warmth is in my body. Thank you, trees and forests. Pat, pat.
Danny beside giving thumbs up.
I said, my question is, which tree do I feel the least amount of kinship with? Because if it's like me, that's a bad choice.
You know what? Give me a give me a survival check on that.
I hate that this is a thing.
Gotta mentally clock to never go through the woods again. Ever.
Yeah, I'm feeling you right now, man. That is a total of 16.
You look around and you look at some trees and you just take a moment. I guess that one doesn't look like an asshole.
I'm going to go over it and do like the most awkward like pat hug of there, thank you.
You know what? Fuck it, give me a d20.
Why are you like this to me? I know why you're like this to me. You don't have to answer. I just feel like I need to voice it.
Because it's funny.
Three.
Well, that's not one of the two numbers that auto-fail. So, you go over and you give that tree that awkward pat, and nothing bad actually happens.
Did I almost get like punched by a tree or something?
Who knows? Maybe you'll find out next time you have to hug a tree or leave a forest offering. Anything for Vash?
Val.
Bashnir, what?
Anything? Are you giving
Val.
the tree? Or sorry, Vash. Yeah, sorry, Val. Sorry. People keep making characters with V's.
I've made 0 with these, sir.
And the ones with
And this
V's
is-
are very similar.
This is wisdom check.
No, You don't have to if you want to just go hug a tree.
I shall roll.
He just asked for a tree that didn't feel like they were gonna murder him. Yeah, Valthioff.
And you said it was a check, was it?
Survival.
16.
That's the same. Yeah, you know. There's a tree over there that doesn't look like it'll kill you. I mean, that's most trees, but like, this one seems a little more friendly. Danny, after the party has now all hugged a few trees, there is a very faint breeze that picks up low to the ground, and I say you get just a little sense of peace, almost kind of like a thumbs up back.
There we go. It seems they've accepted your offering. Congrats. Means they likely won't try to murder you in the future. Next time you try to come through. I say that in jest, but actually, that's actually kind of serious. They likely will not try to murder you, which is a good thing.
Okay. Because you say it like that, I have to ask, how common is it for trees to try and murder you here?
Here, I don't know. I haven't been here. Where I'm from, it's occasional. Especially for travelers who disrespect the forest.
Occasional feels very vague, like 1 in 20, 1 in 30, 1 in 80.
I don't know.
Depends
All
on
I
how-
do know is that if we're going to discuss the intricacies of nature, we should do it farther away from it than we currently are.
The grass.
Well, it's good to talk to somebody when they're not in the room.
The grass suspiciously blows in the wind.
Yeah,
So-
later. Maybe.
All right. So, give the animals a brief break. Take a quick nap, and go on with the rest of the day.
I mean, works for me.
I know you guys got a bit of rest back there, but I had to stay awake. Just keep an eye on the animals. Give me a couple hours to rest and give them some food and water, and I think we'll be good. Long rest for anyone missing anything?
I'm fine.
Few brief.
Actually, pretty alright.
That's more of a. I'm saying you guys have a long rest available for anyone if you're missing anything.
Good.
So, couple hours will go by with things stopped early in the morning. Let Meat Man get a little nap in before carrying on. Give the animals a break.
Keeping a close eye on Peter for the entire break.
Understandable. Give you guys a moment to eat while he's sleeping. Discuss anything if you want to, but A few hours go by, and he gets up, kind of stands up and does a few stretches, pops a few bones. Salt, man, you wish you could do that still, without it hurting.
I remember when I was that young.
That was a few
It was
decades.
about 3 days ago.
That was quite a few decades ago. But sees that y'all look ready to go, gets stuff gathered up, starts to get back on the move again. If anyone has anything they wish to say, just speak up at any time. But one of you roll me a d20, please.
12.
12. All right. Let's see.
Hobgoblins.
What, Eric?
I said 12 hobgoblins. And then you said the word nothing, and I said, damn.
Yeah, maybe not hobgoblin. Maybe not 12 hobgoblins yet. Then, that might be a bit much, but a couple more days go by without anything of note. And the third day of getting back into it there. Bit close to noon. Traveling through countryside. There is a few shadows that is not well hidden and able to take a quick note of. For Danny, you definitely spot it. Oh, yeah, Val's passive is higher than I thought. Yeah, Val, you're able to spot it too, as well. And why am I missing Salt's passive?
Behold
everyone-
my number. It will
I have
never
everyone-
matter.
I have everyone else's passive. Why am I missing Salt's? Salt, what's be passive?
14. Feels appropriate that mine's the one that disappeared.
My computer fucked up a little bit. I missed like the last talking.
You're fine. You see something.
Okay.
What's Salt's passive?
14.
14? Things have been slightly choppy on my side, of course, now. Yeah. Well, everyone but Cam, you're able to notice a few shadows that go by overhead, and looking up, there are a few quadrupedal, winged, horse-like bird creatures. Rear half of a horse, front half of a bird. Look pretty big, bigger than people. As a pack of 5 of them started to circle overhead, looking down.
I have a question of clarification. I might have missed it, but you asked me about my passive, but never told me if it was a yay or a nay.
No, I said everyone but Cam.
Oh, okay, sorry, I missed that bit slightly. I apologize.
Matt, I'm wondering if both mine and yours are cutting out at slightly different bits. Because some of the stuff you've
That would
been
be
saying
very
has been-
irritating.
yeah, some of the stuff you've been saying has been like splotchy for me. I blame the humidity.
Always.
And the sharks eating the Wi-Fi cords. Anyways, though, yeah, you got five rather large bird horse creatures flying up above. That Salt, Val, and Danny looked up to see. Kamak's still just there, curled up in all of his warmth, trying to gather as much as he can from the midday sun before it cools off.
Must
I
hold
said I
what
was
I
laying
can.
down earlier, so I like to picture him laying down next to him, just looking up and just sighing.
It's been 3 days since then.
I
He
stand
may
by
not
my
have moved.
statements.
Birds up above. Anyone saying anything? Doing anything?
Hey, Danny.
You look like the normal birds, or like the birds we saw the last time we were fighting birds.
No, they are quadrupedal bird-like creatures with the back half of a horse and the front half of a bird.
Hey, nature man, are those nature?
They seemed normal.
They're also, as stated, they are pretty large, as in big enough to eat people. Do they seem normal?
That was both to you and to Cam.
How the fuck would I know?
Sorry, Charles.
I just Kamak's been
How the
halfway.
fuck would I know? I'm not from here.
Kamak still just slowly tilting his head back to see those things up. Huh.
But still,
Well, they're not normal around the parts where you live.
they're alive, so they kind of do look like nature, but also I've never seen anything that looks like them, so... yes.
Alright, nature man, since they are nature, are they gonna eat us? Or are we just gonna have to, like, just... Oh.
Unless they're already full and are just flying by. In which case, they still might.
To
So
put
unless you don't
birds in
understand,
this place.
Okay, I guess I'll do the obvious thing. Hey, there are big giant bird things that might swoop down and carry away the livestock that we're trying to get from point A to point B, right? Right. So, who should do what that has the most ranged options here? Because I don't have a bow. And only so many blasty things.
About
I'm
200.
pretty... Oh. Damn, I was going to say I'm pretty sure they're at range. But if I shoot them, I feel like they're gonna come down here even if they weren't before.
It's more of a readiness thing.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, he's gonna like just kind of roll up, and I guess start getting himself ready in case things start to get a little angry up there.
Looking over at Danny, do they have something that they're preparing? Are they ranged capable? I think I remember he had like a short bow or something, right?
I didn't have a bow. I had
Somebody
a
had
stick
one.
that I picked off of something.
That's me.
Okay.
I'm the only one with a bow here, I feel like.
And I think the short bows from the weird bird people were like falling apart level. Don't pick this up. So I don't have one. I don't know if Veld has one.
I'll go ahead and pop the effect in the quiver on on the arrows there, just in case, because they look very, very big compared to the livestock.
They look about the same size as the livestock. They look like they could be the size of a cow.
That's a problem. So I stand by my statement, I think.
All right. Casting that, igniting some arrows up.
Just in case.
Understandable. Shortbow's got like a 320, but you said you want to hold off on
8320, and I don't want to just shoot right away, because there's always that chance that they're circling and they'll decide we're not worth it.
Maybe they'll just.
But if I do
pass
see
out
one swoop at us, I am going to start shooting.
Maybe they'll just pass out and die, and we'll eat them then.
That happens with a lot more birds than you might think.
I mean, why fight when you can just wait for them to die and then eat them? But about a good half hour or so goes on. If anyone keeping an eye on the birds will see them sit there and kind of. There's a couple of them kind of have a little bit of a mid-air sort of squabble briefly for a moment. Take a few pecks and claws at each other, and a few moments later, go back into circle, and then start to go down.
All right.
As I would like for everyone to roll initiative, please.
Oh, my health doesn't go off. That's fair. Oh,
I'm something that gives me initiative at advantage.
I don't remember.
Twilight
Yeah.
Cleric has an ability to mark somebody that can give them advantage on initiative, but you have to mark someone.
Yeah. That's what it was.
Have to do a preemptive initiative thing?
It lasts all day.
Mhm.
So you can just touch them, and then for up until you either put it on another person or like the next day starts, it's on them.
So that's one of those just assume that it's always active. Gotcha.
So I'll just word it is. Assume it's always active on myself. Unless I say otherwise.
All right.
Otherwise I'm wasting that ability.
There. What? Anyone above 20 for initiative?
22.
God
Medina.
damn!
Double check Medina. Are you there?
He doesn't want his rabbit
here.
to get swooped away.
Yeah.
It's like his one thing.
Birds tend to just sweep down and steal small defensive rabbits.
I mean, he's not wrong.
The hell's your dexterity? You got a 22.
Not that high.
Damn, that's even scarier. Okay.
I rolled a 6 and a 19.
The power of advantage. Yes, the +3, the not very high dexterity of 16 or 17.
It's not very high.
That's
5.
3 out of 5. That's over 60% of
halfway.
the stat game possible.
What? 20 to 15?
17.
All right.
I'm surprised you made the same roll.
I'm willing to bet my dex is higher. But
Yes,
also,
that
yeah,
was-
you probably just rolled higher than me. You have way better
Yeah.
luck at this. It's okay, we're not at Eric's curse level of initiatives yet. That'll happen later.
Okay. Eric, where you at?
14.
Yeah, 14 ain't bad.
Well,
At least it's not Johnny's single.
What are you...
well, this makes things interesting though, because the highest initiative on the 5 enemies was a 12. So it is player block, then enemy block.
Hey, it works. Are they still at the 200-foot mark?
I was gonna move him down to 150 for starting diving.
Okay.
So, Thaddeus. Daniel, what would you like to do?
Good question. What
Yeah.
exactly are we doing?
Fighting
Sorry.
bird.
Are we actively moving?
You know, that situation might depend on what you call out to, the meat man and the carriage, and if anything happens to the cattle. That is a volatile situation.
I think the translation is currently.
Currently, you're moving at a slow travel pace, but that might change the moment birds get here. Say slow travel pace is an average pace, we just weren't speeding along.
Second question.
Mm-hmm.
How big is this carriage?
In terms of like weight, length,
In length, size? Would it all fit inside a 15-foot cube?
a 50-foot?
15 foot.
15? The carriage itself would fit inside a 15-foot cube. It's got horses. It's got a couple horses carrying it.
So the horses would not fit inside the 15-foot cube?
No, the horses wouldn't be in it.
I see. Oh, I'm sorry, I was deciding what I wanted to do. They're swooping down right now. I have no range implements. I cannot shoot at them.
Guiding bolt?
I have no range implements. I cannot shoot at them. How far are they?
150.
Guiding bolt doesn't go 150.
You can hold an action.
Don't want to use guiding bolt.
Hold action. Just shillelagh hold action. Bonk. Okay.
I'm gonna hold action when they get within range.
All right.
So they
Get
be
within.
gone.
All right. Would you like to hop out of the carriage and move towards any of the cattle, or?
I would like to hop out,
me to-
be near the horses.
All right, near the horses at the front of the carriage. Okay. All right, Danny up towards the horses. Sit there and get Shillelagh ready to bonk. Anything else?
Yep, that is all. Do like use
All right.
bonus action. I'll leave my action. Yep.
All right. So assault dress.
All right, popping out. Is this like sorry? Just quick question. Is this like a covered carriage or open carriage?
Open in the back. It has.
Okay, so I don't have to clamber out. Okay.
It can be covered, but
I was
Yeah.
just seeing if I needed to like clamber out to see them or not effectively. Just because shooting a fire arrow through a roof seems like a bad idea when this is made of wood.
yeah. No, the cover. No, the cover has more been just put on for night.
Right. Looking up at them real quick, are there any of them that seem like to be the bigger and in charge one coming down, or is it just all kind of the same?
You got one. You got one up front that looked like that was the one that won the scuffle earlier.
Okay. Just try to find the one that looks like it's like leading the charge per se. I'm gonna take a look at it. Look over at the meat man and be like, hey, I don't know if anybody said anything, but we got big birds up ahead, and that's not good for us.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, you might want to look up, and he's going to, I guess, kind of make a called shot at the big guy's wing. One of the big guy's wings.
All right. Meat man looks up and just has that kind of. Oh.
But yeah. Is that an
Alright.
okay one, or is that a nay at this distance?
What's your? Were you already
I was trying to
within? What's the default range?
8320.
You'd already be at disadvantage range for the called shot, so I'd say no. Or
Okay.
disadvantage in the range, so I'd say no on the called shot.
Fair enough. Hamada! That's not bad. Plus 6, 18. That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
It'd be hit.
I grabbed a D8.
Ooh.
This is not a D8 weapon. That's 8
D6?
piercing and 4 fire.
8 piercing, 4 fire, hitting the one
Wait.
in the front, correct?
Yes. The one that was the big one that looked like it was leading the charge.
All right. So you said 8 pierce, 4 fire.
8 pierce, 4 fire. As he just like draws back, takes a moment to lead it. It was just like, well, I hope this pushes them back and lets it fly.
As you pull a arrow tipped in flame out, take your short bow as you pull it back and just have that brief moment of, man, this really is not as nice as your old bow, but it'll have to do. And you take aim for a brief moment. You hear a very faint caw as you let go of the arrow, and it flies up and just hits the underbelly of this thing. With it letting out a shrill screech in the air. Everyone can hear.
You know, that
All
sounds way bigger than it looks. I don't like this.
Any bonus action? Anything else?
Give me a second, I'm just double checking the bonus sections. Yeah, bonus action, I will... What is it called? Nope, nothing. Never mind. That is it for me.
All right. So you're not going to play Slap Nuts as a bonus action mid-combat.
You know, it's probably not my best move. I tend to lose games.
You're taller. Gives you your access. Speaking of someone who's played Nut Tap basically mid-combat, Manita, Valthioff.
Okay.
Birds.
There.
150 feet in the air. I'll say birds. But bird horse things.
I can hit him with that.
Positioning somewhere and holding action is always an option.
I shall.
What would you like to hold then? I saw his mic light up, but I didn't hear anything.
Oh, is it being funny again?
I don't know. It sounded fine when you talked that time.
Okay. Actually, I'll do this. I shall go to face.
The more things
Go
change, the more things stay the same.
Ash. Don't like fucking up.
No.
I shall use shield of faith.
All right, Shield of Faith. All reliable.
Actually, no. This is his first time using it.
All reliable for.
I think they're making a joke about you as a player.
Oh.
All reliable. First time? Yeah, your first time casting magic like this. You say stand up in the back of the cart for a moment, and just kind of feel something in you, like a murmuring, like a whisper. And following that whisper in your ears, you briefly chant and almost say follow it like instructions as your body starts to move to form the hand gestures to make the spell itself. As you mutter it out, your eyes take on a faint glow as a shimmer very briefly just coats over your body.
You'll see structure like wings kind of like fold over his body. Shimmer.
All right, would you like to move it? Would you like to move anywhere?
Near the end of the cart, right? So have some bit of movement.
Okay. Into the cart as in horse side or the opposite side?
Opposite side. If they want to
Okay.
try to like swoop in and hit us.
All right. Go
He's not standing on the edge, but like.
Yeah.
Dash.
All right, go to the back of the cart. Eric.
Hello.
Well, actually, well, yeah, Shield of Faith in action or bonus action? It's been a while.
Bonus.
Bonus? Do you want to, for Val, do you want to hold action, attack, or anything?
Yeah, he's just gonna ready a sword. If I remember correctly, I did silver the sword with the thing at the end.
Your
Sanctified
yeah,
the sword.
yeah, your ability. Yeah. It is counted as silver, yes. Arik.
No, there's a finesse great sword.
Sir Camaxtel.
Hey, me.
One-
What you been doing?
Once removed, once disowned.
Is 120 feet essentially enough to cover our entire procession?
Yeah, that's a big bubble.
Okay. And I can get that from where I'm currently at. I don't need to move, right?
The cart itself is about 15 feet long, but you're able to see everything from just standing up.
So long as my
You need
120 bubble is as such, then it is fine.
Yeah, you're able to stand up and have stand up and have line of sight of everything.
Those things are currently in swooping speed, right?
Yeah, they will. Yeah, looks like they are about to dive bomb.
Okay. In that case, I am going to prepare a guiding bolt at second lever.
All right. Are you gonna do it the first one? That say all right.
And because
Big one that's already
metamagic's
been hit
weird,
by a fire arrow.
because metamagic's weird, I think that there's like you apply that whenever you cast a spell, right?
Yeah.
So then my idea is that once two of them are inside that range, because they're all kind of sort of swooping at the same time, then I'll try to hit twice and burn a twin.
Yeah. I'll let you twin magic once once a couple of them swoop down.
But that'll be my reaction.
Since they are all one block together. Okay.
Nothing fancy on the bonus action.
Answers that. So, the birds start to swoop down and immediately start to dive bomb. For those that are casting Guiding Bolt, please roll to hit.
Burn my sorcery points away.
That is.
Remains incredibly reliable. Cool.
I'm not casting Guiding Bolt.
He had
That's right.
Shillelagh Bomb.
That's right. You said Shillelagh.
He's gonna hit him with the stick. That is a 21 and a 26.
Oh yeah. Remember, you guys are level 30. If you're saying any number above 20, it's a yeah.
No.
No, he's plus
God.
7. I think.
Damn, that's terrifying.
Alrighty then. You want me to just roll damage once?
Yeah, just roll damage once. We'll apply the same number.
I
Make it
see.
easier.
As these black-centered red outlined globules fly forth, striking them. 18 radiant damage, and now they're glowy.
18 radiant damage. Well, one of them is glowy, but it also proceeds to lose track of its falling and just smash into the ground.
That's fine.
As the one hit by an arrow is no longer the leader of the pack. With another one hit bright and glowy, kind of getting that, letting out a screech in pain. I say bright and glowy, but almost more like crackling with a red electricity around that mark. And comes to swoop down to try and get Horse.
Hit it with your
Now
stick.
it's time.
Hurry.
I can hit it with the stick.
Mr. Baseball Bat.
He's from the streets.
You're wrong to have it. That's a... Yes, the 6, 22.
You have advantage if
There
it's
you go.
the glowy one.
It is the glowy
Okay.
one.
Oh. I'm gonna roll again, see if it's natural. No, it's not.
Crit him with the stick. Crit him with the stick.
No crit stick.
I'm not gonna be that lucky. D8 plus 4 to hit because 22, I think. Unless Shillelagh gives me something else. No, it doesn't.
Shillelagh makes it a D8 plus wisdom mod.
Instead of just being random. I've done 13 damage.
As you have, there is a nice big glowy weak point on this thing's side, almost towards the neck. As you sit there and take a moment, and just take a good swing at this thing coming down as it swoops, and you just hit it in the side of the neck as you hear just something crack. As its dive bomb keeps diving, it just crashes into the ground next to you, just splashing up dirt on you. The horses themselves sit there and neigh and rein back some, but Meatman is able to keep them in check for now. For the three that are left alive, coming down and swooping. We got one of them comes down and immediately tries to grab one of the cages that a pig is in and sits there and starts to fly off and tries to just rip it out as it is chained down, and takes a moment and just starts to claw and try and rip at the container, as the cage, as the chain itself looks fine, but the actual fastening for it starts to crack and give way a little. As it lands in the cart, Val, you will have your attack there.
That's gonna hit. That was an 18 before mod.
Yep.
They just flew right into their whacking distance. Why?
Just trying to grab the pig.
I feel utterly irrelevant.
Seven
right
damage.
How much?
11.
11 damage as you have your great sword ready. This thing's trying to rip and claw and just grab the pig and go, as you just slash across the side of it, leaving a trail along the whole body, knocking out both some feather and hair. Is Danny or Camaxtal the smallest party member? I think it's Camaxtal.
Damn, I should have used Tunnel Fighter here.
I've
it's
already
5
burned my reaction. No, don't do these.
I think Camaxtal's the smallest.
Oh no.
All right. That is a 16 to hit.
Save me, not irrelevant crocodile man.
I'm a try.
It's a hit.
Holding a bow.
Goodbye.
All right. So you take
What?
7. So you take 7 piercing damage. And you be grappled. It had drop down dive bomb attack. Bit noodly with movement rules there, but it would have had to have gone left and right anyways. Puts you about 15 feet up in the air as it comes by, dives bomb, and just grabs him by the shoulders and starts to take him up into the air. Danny is the next one in order of size, and the next smallest thing here that can be grabbed. Because Danny is smaller than a horse. But I don't think a 7 hits Danny.
It would not.
As another one of these creatures comes down and tries to pretty much just slam into you and grab at you with your claws, as you manage to duck and just see just raptor-like talons just miss you by a few inches and close down, just barely missing, and keep swooping by, and then go back up about another 15 feet in the air, back behind you. All right. Thaddeus, that goes back to you though, as your first there. The animals
carried away.
The animals are for some reason handling this immaculately. Camaxtal is yes, Danny. Camaxtal just got grabbed and started to just get flown out of the carriage.
I think he'd be like 20 feet off the ground to help you out there. Because we're on the carriage and it went up 15.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm just looking for the range of this spell that's not in my list. Why? There it is. I just
What's
can't
the- oh.
see it.
What's the spell?
I know it does damage, but I don't know how much damage it does.
4d6.
46?
Guiding
Which
bolt
one is
40.
There it is. I already have a macro for it. I just couldn't find it. Maxwell's being thrown away. I shouldn't let him be thrown away.
Do what you want. I'll manage.
The bird has taken the snake. It is the natural progress.
How many
The
birds
circle
are
of life.
left?
Snake is about to eat that bird.
Keep in mind that you're currently being attacked by a bird, so you might have issues shooting range stuff.
Yeah, there is
Am I currently
one.
being attacked by a bird?
It swooped by. It swooped by. It's not next to him, but it did target
Oh,
you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I misunderstood.
I know I was attacked, but I thought it flew away as well, and I didn't have a reaction to get opportunity attack.
Well, that's because held action
Yeah.
is you use your reaction.
Yeah, that's why I didn't say anything.
And Salt couldn't make one because he's not using a melee weapon.
That bird's over there. I don't need to care about it. That bird has snake friend. Snake friend probably can deal with it.
It's too
How
late
pained
for
does he
you.
look?
Kind of hard to tell. It just kind of grabbed him and flew away.
Said it's too late for you.
Bit of blood around where it grabbed him. Talons piercing in.
What time of day is it?
Little afternoon.
Afternoon. Aw. Bonus action. I'm gonna transform into my starry form.
All right.
I believe as part of that bonus action, I can make a ranged attack since I am choosing the archer.
I think it's as your action when you do that.
It's a bonus action.
It is bonus action stuff.
Oh.
All of it is bonus action.
I feel like this is gonna end with me taking 8 damage against the ground.
I'm underneath. I might be able to try and catch you.
No, you're not directly. It didn't fly straight up. It just grabbed him and
Oh,
kept
shit.
going.
I was trying.
Secondary. What?
Anyways. Yeah. So Archer. Yeah, got range of 60 feet, 1d8 plus wisdom.
Yes.
Uh,
I can use it as part of the bonus action of transforming as well.
Would you like to you describe your magical girl transformation?
Am I describing a magical girl transformation right now?
I don't know.
I have to
How would
cheat
you
for that.
How would you like your your starry form to appear?
I am
Tell you.
embodying the light of the stars because I am becoming constellation in and of itself.
Yeah.
So I will start with a flash of light before. I had this description written down somewhere and I can't find it.
It has been a while. Things have been moved around.
I have shifted everything. So a flash of light, then Danny will appear. I'm not going to describe that in that order. His normally blue eyes are now a bright green. He seems paler. His black hair is now white. And he has the constellation of an archer linking, so lines as if drawing constellation linking at each of his joints. So from his hand to his elbow to his shoulder, and etc., etc. I believe I was wearing a it's a white wolf suit of armor. Had white fur. I'm going to invert the color of that as well, so it's now black fur.
Mental update. I no longer believe it to be a well-disguised fish.
The fish. What if the fish is just the protagonist?
And I believe I'm giving off a bright light as well within 15 feet. So I'm a very shiny beacon here now.
Sweet. Yeah, 10 feet lasts for 10 minutes.
As part of that bonus action, I'm sending that D8 bolt towards the thing that grab cam.
All right, roll to hit. Remember, a two on the die is also a critical failure.
A 2 on the die is also a critical failure.
You were within the bad luck aura.
Have an 18.
That's not a 2, and that also hits.
Cool. It also hits. I've done 5 damage.
All right.
Oh, that's and you didn't
David.
even kill it.
Hey man, it's only a D8.
It's a bonus action attack. It's just supposed to
It's a freebie.
Perhaps it is a fish.
Look, you know. I mean, he doesn't have to save you.
As part of my action, I'll only use a free guiding bolt on it.
All right, guiding bolt. All right, guiding bolt.
Do I need to roll for that? I do. It's not imagine this.
It is not.
A 19 will hit, correct?
Yep. Correct.
Here's your chance. You could have taken me out.
I could have. I've done 15 damage of type radiant still.
You said 15?
Yes, 15.
Well, you're not taking Kamaxtil out unless for some reason this fall kills him.
Eh.
But that is enough to, as you how would you describe your guiding bolt? Would you like to align it with your kind of like starry bow form there in this state?
No. Actually, sure. I'll align it with starry bow form. For both of those, I'm just going to send a bolt of glowing green energy from my hand. So I'm going to form like a fireball and
It's
throw
green.
it towards them. Everything is green.
Oh, you guys are the Christmas pair.
As for the archer bolt, it's going to be a smaller, more concentrated bolt.
Well, you didn't go the Quincy route of making energy bows.
No, they're not.
Kamaxtil, that is 10 on the fall damage.
It was worse than I projected.
As as Danny back there sits there and channels energy and shoots one bolt into it, and the creature winces and flinches as a scorch mark appears on it, and you kind of have that, alright, it's loosening up, and then a second bigger bolt just slams into it a moment later, as it immediately lets out a death cry and lets go of you for a brief moment, and there's that, oh no, as it just lands on part of your legs when you hit the ground.
Brace for impact.
There's just a small dust cloud of them hitting the ground and landing over there in some grass. Actually, at the moment, you can't. The rest of you can't see Kamaxtil. Oh, nah, Salt, you're tall enough. Yeah, yes, nah, Salt. Both Salt and Vash, you guys are tall enough because you're standing in the cart. Danny, you can no longer see him from the ground with the tall grass. But you killed that thing. Maybe he's fine.
Definitely fine.
Any movement you would like to take?
I am still standing right next to the horses if I could.
All right, just keep just jogging alongside jogging alongside that. Salt.
Well, first, like, just quick look over. Cam, you dead? Technically sounded like a no. Okay. There's the one that Val, just to double check real quick. The one that Val hit and is damaged, and right there, try to get a pig, right?
Correct. That one is.
And
that
one that's
big-
complete.
Pig one is in cart in melee range. Other one is about 10 feet
It is
away from
pretty
you.
hurt, right? I'm pretty sure I remember him hitting it pretty good.
The one in the cart has a good slash wound on the side.
And then where is the other one at? You said it did a flyby.
It's about 15 feet away from you. Well, no, it was about 15 away from Danny, and it'd be about 10 feet away from you, a little bit up in the air, off to your left.
You got that one, Val?
I got it.
Okay. I'm going to actually spend a bonus action and a point to flourish, which in this case is just more of him trying to track the movement and as he starts to draw an arrow and get the shot right.
Okay.
Which spends a point to give me 2 momentum dice,
All right.
which I'm going to use on the attack at the birdie.
You have disadvantage at the moment for being next to a melee bird.
Oh, I thought it was on the other side of Val. That's why he didn't get sneak attack last round.
This is a large creature. It just crashed into the middle of this cart and tried to yank a fucker out.
Oh, see, my bad. I misunderstood. I thought that was too far away because Val didn't get sneak attack.
No, Val said he went to the edge of the cart, so it would have been in between you two.
Keep that in mind for your next round, buddy.
Yeah.
Do I want to? If I leave, it is going to be able to attack me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to do that. We're just going to take the disadvantage shot on this.
Fair. These things don't have that high of AC.
15 to hit.
15 hits.
Okay, which means where's another one of these? I had enough, I thought. I do. Ha! Which means 20 piercing and 2 fire damage as he tries to track the shot and like just thread it through. We can't have it a round 2 at everything.
What's the extra damage from there? The
2
flourish.
fire. Oh yeah, the flourish. She used one of the finishers.
Oh, okay.
That's what I meant by I was using the momentum dice. Sorry, I should have specified better.
It's been a while since I've looked at their stuff.
No, absolutely fair.
I didn't remember if that was like an accuracy thing or if you were doing.
No, the flourish is if you have basically the flourish just builds momentum, and then you can spend momentum on finishers to do extra damage and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't have very much ability to generate momentum, so.
Fair. Well, you didn't really need it as you notch another flaming arrow. Pull back, kind of steady yourself for a moment as you have a bird making funny noises next to you. Meanwhile, the carriage is being rocked by a fucker trying to just rip a cage out of it and Val fighting it. But you take a moment, take a deep breath, focus, and just launch that shot and just straight through the jugular. Just in one side of the throat, out the other, as it just drops to the roadside. Sits there and, a few, like a chicken with its head cut off, it sits there and kicks for a moment on the ground and twitching. Would you like to do anything else? Matt.
I guess this thing's stuck in melee. I don't really want to leave and get attacked. Could I swap to? Could I just like push the bow off into one hand and draw that machete I found?
Sure.
In case I need to like defend itself or it tries to get away, I can take a swipe. I don't really want to back away and get attacked.
Yeah, sure. Weapon swap is fine.
Okay. And just trying to deal with face the one that's right here.
Pull out a machete at this strange fucking bird horse creature. Alright. This is how my days are now. Val.
I don't like this place.
How far away is it?
In front of you.
Gotcha.
It was not concerned with grabbing you or your crocodile friend there. It just wanted to grab the animal cage and fly, but it did not. It was unable to break the chain, and instead part of the floorboard kind of started to creak up with it. But this is the one you gave a nasty gash to already.
I shall swing again.
Shipping again. What do you got to hit?
Empire Sneak.
17 before mod.
Yeah. And sneak attack because there's a crocodile man with a knife, with a machete, standing behind this.
That adds what?
Sneak attack at this level is an extra 2d6. He's doing math, and I think this thing is dead.
I have a sneaking suspicion.
Are you at higher than 10?
No, the first attack did above 10. Oh, hit 10 on the die. 10, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 damage.
Yeah. Get more than dead. How would you like to finish off this encounter?
It's a big old overhead. Leave it in half.
Overhead and just right in the middle between the horse and the bird half.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Just sit there a
It
minute.
kind of like just ducks underneath it and swings sideways and just bisects it.
Just take a moment, get that overhead, and just come down straight through the spine. Cut off the horseback half. Bird half just lands there. Fucking back of the cart is now absolutely coated in blood as Salt, you just get sprayed down along with the pigs in the back there. Val standing there, Val standing there, greatsword in hand, just fresh blood on his face and chest. That is combat over.
I just set my bow and just shut it down and just do like the long wipe down my face and everything. Like,
Meat Man stops the carriage, looking. Just kind of looking back. Hey, where's the one we're missing?
Scrambles out from Underbird.
Sitting there, just pulling yourself out and walking to the side of the road. Actually, give me a strength check, because it's funny.
I disagree.
Give me a strength check, because it's funny, because this is a big bird.
9.
9. You are stuck under the big bird at the moment.
I'm
you
gonna
okay?
heal myself. Just gonna heal myself.
All right. Class ability or spell.
Class ability.
All right. Roll your stuff. Roll your stuff for healing. Well, what'd you say, Thad? Didn't mean to cut you off.
I was looking over the side to gas. And if he's okay. That was all.
You hear muffled grumbling.
I shall help lift the bird horse.
Give me a strength check.
I'm going to consider that a maybe.
18.
He did fall really far.
Val hopping off the back of the bloody carriage. Want to say walking over there and wade through the tall grass for a moment and just kind of grab it by one leg, grab it by the other, and roll it off the other side of him and just squat down and drag this thing back a little, enough to get it off his leg.
Look like you can use a hand there.
I have my thanks. Ow.
Danny, while you're staying there, Meat Man's gonna walk up next to you. Magic Man. He was at the front of the carriage. He went. He was been on the carriage. He went to walk off since you were by the side of it. You, Magic Man, you don't happen to have anything that can clean the blood off of everything, do you?
How was Kamaxa looking?
He's got some puncture wounds in his clothing.
I definitely was bloody.
I say, yeah. How you doing health wise after healing yourself?
I'm no longer bloody. Which is to say below 50% HP.
Yeah, back above 50. So he's a bit scuffed up, a bit dirty from the fall. Probably gonna be a bit bruised, but looks like, whatever magic he did closed up the actual puncture wounds before he got grabbed.
I got boo-boos and I got ouchies.
Something in my mind says I can help.
I look at the weird translucent thingy that he did. I'm assuming that's gone away. Has it?
How long does that last? A minute? Shield of Faith.
So, might be longer.
D&D 5e Shield of Faith. What do we got?
10 minutes. Concentration up to 10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes, so it's still up. So yeah, he has shimmer. He just has shimmering, partially translucent. I guess it'll be transparent there. Transparent wings guarding him.
So just so that I'm aware, whatever you're trying, is it some sort of... You have no idea what the hell's going on, and it's coming from sources you don't understand, right?
Yes.
Your silence might be all the confirmation I need.
Oh, is my mic fucking up? Just...
Yeah, you're coming in choppy.
Okay.
If you had said something after Arik did, it didn't pick up.
I was saying, I believe so. Yes.
Ah. Well, I guess you'd better figure him out now, huh?
I shall press my hands against the wound.
And I burst into
Lay on
flames.
hands.
What, Arik?
And I burst into flames.
How much you giving him?
That's about 15 points.
That's what you got
I
up
think
to.
that's your max.
Yeah, that's your max. That's your max. How much you want to give him?
How's 10 go?
All right, give him 10 as you put a hand on his shoulder there, and Kamaxto, you feel a warm, soothing, healing energy just start to go through your body, if where you just had those fresh bruises that are still stinging. You know, your back was aching from where you landed on stuff. Your legs hurt from having that thing land on it, and it dulls that pain and takes a moment. And hey, that's pretty good. As you're feeling fit and back in shape.
Okay, still alive. You've got that going on. Great for you, I guess. Did he turn into a thing a minute ago?
Are you just pointing at Danny when you say that?
Yes.
I believe so.
What's up with that?
It lasts for 10 minutes. That's still just actively on him.
He's still
Unless
a
he
thing.
chooses to dismiss it.
I mean, I was having a conversation with Mr. Coach, and I wouldn't have thought to change it yet.
Alright.
I shall dismiss the spell. Or try to.
Give me a charisma check.
Yeah. It's 11.
11? You sit there for a moment and kind of focus on the sort of new energy flow that's kind of going through you. It sits there and hums like a lively buzz. Is fresh energy flowing throughout all of your muscles, flowing through your core with every breath you take. And you take a few deep breaths and kind of manage to calm it down and let that fade away like water calming, as those wings around you sit there and fade away with a shimmer into just little specks of light around you briefly. Salt, from the cart, you're able to see all of this. But, Danny, do you have anything?
I believe Mr. Man just asked so I could help him clean off all the blood.
Yes, that'd be correct. If you had any spells or anything that would help.
Does destroy water help? Treat and destroy water.
Make it all
Does it do-
crunchy.
Does it do other fluids or only water?
I did not know whether blood that's just loose would count as water or not.
Since
We go look it up. It does fall.
I looked it up, it states specifically water, so I'm gonna say no in the case of getting rid of the blood.
In which case, can I just create water to wash it away?
You can.
That is what I'll do. Just create a ton of water.
Alright. So, Salt, while you were, you're standing there, shit just happened. Shit just happened. You have a you look, you're looking over at the group of Kamaxkel and Val of, he just did like a very similar thing to what the bald man did when he sobered everyone up.
Getting real squinty-eyed because bald man's suspicious.
And forced the drunkenness out of them. And then you saw what looked like that magic he had on him fade away. And then you just feel a nice brisk splash of room temperature water just all around you and just go over the carriage from behind.
Does it create like a huge amount of water?
It's only like 10 gallons.
If only we weren't
That's a lot
of fucking
experiencing
water.
freezing temperatures. You monster.
You guys aren't freezing temperatures right now. It's like in the 70s.
The climate has shifted.
You guys have been heading south for a few days at this point.
Salt was just kind of squinting over, looking at that, and then all of the water hits, and he just deep breath. Reaches up again, wipes stuff off of his face for the second time in as many minutes.
Right after you wipe your face off, the bird then immediately just shakes. Ah!
That shit
Why am I here
hurt.
again?
You know, I just like the idea of using Crater to store water to basically just Gatorade barrel someone.
That's what I was kind of worried was going to happen, because I remember Create and Destroy being a lot higher volume.
I think that's the third level one, whatever that is. Anyways.
So let me get this right. He did all of this, washed it out, and the griffin that we killed on the cart is still on the cart,
Yes.
bleeding.
Blah, blah, blah,
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Ah. Thanks, Danny. Although we should probably get the thing out of the back first next time. Hopefully there won't be a next time for this, I should say.
Why are you sparkling?
I wasn't going to question that, but he asked.
Oh, yeah. I'm
Can I just
thinking-
point out to anybody that's not just super calm about this whole end of the world thing that we have 3 people just fucking glowing right now, and we're talking about all this weird stuff? I don't like where this is heading.
1, 2. What's the third?
I counted you because you were throwing weird glowing stuff out too.
I mean, you could kind of count yourself then, since you made flaming arrows.
I made nothing. I found this thing, and it does it. And he holds up the quiver. I made nothing. Do not box me in with the rest of them. I have a bow. I am not prepared for this.
Hey, shot one of them out of the sky. Seems pretty prepared.
I have a bow. I can shoot a bird thing. That is not prepared.
Don't change the subject. Why are you glowing? Sparkly man.
He asks important questions.
See. I don't have a good answer.
Do you know
Let's
why?
just call it God's influence.
Oh.
That feels like a good enough answer.
Wait, so you live in the middle of the woods, constantly partying, and get blessed by a deity.
I did introduce myself by saying, "Hey, I spoke to my god and he told me to go kill a wolf in the forest."
Yeah, but getting a job and getting blessed are 2 different things.
They're kind of similar in nature.
How am I the normal one?
I'm not?
No!
What have I done?
Came from a different reality.
That doesn't mean I'm not normal, it just means I just came from somewhere else. What the fuck?
The
Wait,
normal
what?
is different.
I don't like it here anymore.
From what you've been saying, you did before?
No, I didn't.
What's wrong with this place? I think there's nothing wrong with it.
I mean, if everyone else does have glowing magic powers, and you don't, I guess that would make you the weird one. Man, it doesn't pick up on the mic, but the crickets are going crazy right now, so anytime there's just a pause of no one speaking, I can just, there's just crickets for me.
Sure.
One of you mind helping me get this, thing out of the back here?
Can do.
Having cut it in half, it's much easier to move. I mean, if anyone wants to try a hand at fixing some grub out of this thing, be my guest, since it's a fresh kill. And he stops for a moment and just looks. I wonder if the bird half and the horse half taste different.
You are the meat man. You are
I've
the
never
most
had one of
likely to
these
know.
before, though. I've never had one of these, though.
I still need to try.
If you feel like you're
I
poisoned,
mean, at the
tell
end of the
me.
day, it's all edible.
We went very different directions with that.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear yours, Eric.
I said, if you feel like you're poisoned, tell me. And then you said, at the end of the day, it's all edible.
You just come and try to make some more steaks.
Yeah, let's take him in and cook. I've got plenty of spices. And he then stops a moment while he goes to get out some of his butchering equipment and like setting things down. Stops. Well, I was gonna say I wonder if these things lay eggs or give live birth, but I'll find out in a second. Horse lower half makes me think live births. If any of you want a lesson on different parts of meat, I can yap at you while I sit here.
Let's just stay for the information.
I'm fully focused on squinting at the rabbit right now.
The rabbit is tucked safely away in wherever Danny put it.
Also, to answer your question, what's wrong with the rabbit? Exactly.
Done nothing. He's just been chilling here. And what happened to him?
Val, you're basically getting a lesson on how to properly sit there and butcher different kinds of meat and cut things away from the skin to be able to keep the skin from making leather and various other things. Could one of y'all get a fire starter while we're getting this, I guess a bit away from the grass? I don't know how dry that is.
I don't know, after the glowy guys thing, it might be kind of damp.
But I'm not glowy. And he was glowy too, so which one are you talking about?
Ah,
know what? That's on me. I should have been more specific. You. After what you did.
Thank you for specifying. Can you produce flames to just start a fire?
Yeah,
I should note it is a neon green flame as well.
that's fine. There's actual, camping supplies to get some lumber out to start a fire. The initial fire will be green, but say your created flame will be green with the wood burning its normal color. So you gotta kind of mix there.
Once again, if you feel like you're poisoned, tell me.
That's saying you don't want to try it from steak?
I don't think that that's the point.
As you guys have awkward conversations for a while. Val, since you were having a butchering lesson, he's going to conscript you to help him get a few things set up to actually go over this fire, essentially setting up a grill above it. Sit there and dry rub the different cuts of meat. Cutting it real thin so that way it can actually cook, since these are huge cuts of meat coming off a horse-sized creature.
So hungry I could eat a horse.
Well, you're getting the back half, kind of. But essentially, you guys got thin strips of meat sitting there on the grill, quickly cooked, and set a little plate there. Just all right, eat up as it's served. You know if it tastes different than horse or chicken? I'm a bit curious.
We've ever tasted horse.
Horse would be something decently common eaten on the plains for just when one died or in survival situations, or if there's just a lot of them.
Never mind.
Mechanically speaking, short rest.
Short rest, yeah. Sit there, slice stuff up, have some food, which the seasoning, his little special seasoning mix there, real good. Got a little bit of a spice to it, but not kill you hot. As guys sit there and have it's not surf and turf, it's what would this be called? Lunch. We'll just go with lunch. Guys get to sit here and have a nice little barbecued up lunch, though. Unfortunately, no fried up wings. He doesn't have a big enough situation for that at the moment. Shame. Almost wish we were carrying a full barrel of salt with that didn't possibly need contaminating. Be interested to preserve some of this to bring it back. Well, figure we should get back on the road.
This happened to taste like you could share horse steamed chicken.
What, Thad?
So does this happen to taste like a mixture of forcing and chicken?
No, the two parts of the separate meat taste like the actual separate parts.
What about the part where they mix or combine?
It's kind of a weird, like you can visibly see like the actual kind of muscle change a bit, but also it was very cleanly cut in half, so you don't have much of those bits.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Accidental butcher skills maxed out.
Guess you guys have made a happy feast for any of the nature around here. Or another pack of those things. Well, we still got a few more days. And so you guys are starting to get things packed up. Going around. Val, as you guys are getting back in the cart, along with you, Salt, you recognize two guys that you saw before, a bit down the road. Val, it looks like those two guys that when you, let's say briefly after meeting Salt, that you just kind of hoisted up off the ground. And politely asked them a few questions.
Wonder what they're doing here.
Hey, this is all you after what you did last time. I bet you can get answers.
Do they notice it?
They're walking down the road talking. Like they're a decent ways off, but they don't look hostile, or like they don't really look ready to pull anything type deal. You know, like doesn't look like they're gonna try and rob you here.
I'm going to sit down on the tail end of the cart and have my feet off.
All right.
They don't notice me. And then when we start getting, we pass them, have them
All right.
slow the cart down. I'm like, hello guys.
All right. Salt, are you gonna play along with this? Seeing him sit down.
I will let my irritation ready across myself, I guess, slightly. And plop down.
All right. They're walking along. They give a wave to Meatman at the front of the cart, and the rest, let's say, rest of you that are sitting up there, walking by. You guys are able to see that. Let's say, see right as they come by. Val, you're just what are you saying again?
Hello there. What brings you two out this way?
They both kind of jump and have that at the same time. The slow, like, head turn right after. Hi, it's you again.
It would seem so.
Yeah. You know, you're real sneaky for your size.
I get that a lot.
And, you know, we were walking here.
How's everything, back the other way?
Fine and dandy. Everything's going good, but there's this thing coming up next month. Actually, yeah, got a few weeks. So there's this big thing where, for some reason, on a blood moon every few years, the undead at this one place rise, and a lot of people go there and fight them back to try and keep them from invading anywhere or wandering around too far. So a lot of the people kind of make it, you know, a sport to go just fight there. And we figured we would just go alleviate the dead of anything they didn't need or that could hurt such honorable warriors.
Makes sense.
So in some educated circles, some might call us the archaeologist.
What you are leaving back the valuables and heirlooms buried with the dead, right?
My air conditioner kicked on as you started. I missed that.
What you are leaving valuables and heirlooms with the dead, correct?
Oh yeah, nothing personal, but a skeleton or a zombie or whatever is gonna rise from the dead. If it's got a weapon, well, I mean, it doesn't need that because that might be fighting the people that are trying to stop them. So we take some of those things, and if they're in good enough shape, someone else might want them. If not, scrap metal still sells.
Understandable. What is the name of this town?
It's not really a town. It's more of an old sort of battleground area. There's apparently something like real bad happened there a long time ago. A wizard was doing some I guess you'd say evil wizard things, and things happened, and now the ground is evil, and dead keep coming back when you get a blood moon. You want an actual history of it, you're gonna have to go find someone over there. And he stops for a moment and pulls out a map and unfolds it a little. Yeah, so nearest place, a little town area you got around there is called the says I hate my tongue sometimes. I do this to myself though when I make terrible names for places. But Fezadun.
Please put that in the chat sometime.
It is 11:45 or 10:45, Matt.
What?
Put
What?
that into the chat sometime.
Oh, I was scared to say.
It sounded like
You heard
asked
time.
I heard time. Yeah.
Fair. I also did it like a lower raspy thing. I was just gonna say, please put that in the chat at some point so I could write that down.
Yep.
I shall keep an eye out.
So you got that big, you got the big sword on you. Looks like you got a whole crew with you now. And they stop and hey, Gator Man.
Are you really trying to bring us to deal with undead so you can go grave rob better?
Archaeologistism. Jize.
Is grave robbing with a fancier name?
Come on, semantics. When other people do it, it's historical research.
You're taking this the wrong way. You're assuming I have an issue with grave robbing.
Most people do.
I'm saying you're overcomplicating this. And you want our help grave robbing, it sounds like.
In layman's terms, yes.
Good look over. I think that's the first person to tell me they just wanted my help with grave robbing.
Salt, or Matt, that is not true. Your sister has asked.
They don't know. They don't need to know about that.
Is it really grave robbing if the dead come back?
I mean, technically, yes, as long as it's still in the grave when you do it. Once it comes out, different story. Spoils of war. And no, I will not clarify why I know that distinction. Hey, are the undead a sign of that thing y'all were talking about?
In some stories, yes. In others, maybe not.
Okay. Why would anybody live near this place?
Never asked that question. Good point.
I would like to reiterate. Go look back at the rest of you. Your home is the weird one.
Oh,
We don't live near people places where the undead keep coming back. Pretty simple answer.
that's an outlier.
We just
Are you
went through
meaning
a
to tell me that
forest.
if I go look around, I won't find more than one town that lives way too close to a ridiculously dangerous hazard?
We just went through a forest that had you guys do a jam session for who the fuck knows what.
You're
That had nothing
pointing
to do
at
with the forest. That was the denizen of the forest. We just wanted to have some fun. Like,
I'm sorry, what?
it's unimportant. Most places aren't. I can't say that because I haven't been to many places.
I was curious to say, go ahead. Go ahead, Hermit, defend your world.
Most places in his woods are fine and dandy.
As long as you follow the rules.
The rules aren't even that strict.
Just don't look at anybody funny. Don't talk to people that they don't want to talk to. Basic standard things.
So, yay or nay on if you guys, gonna go over to that ancient battlefield?
Sounds promising.
Sorry, say what?
Sounds promising.
At this point, I'm just calling it the whims of fate. Looking over at Salt Dress.
I think he just kind of broke for the moment.
Give a solemn nod.
So that sounds like I'm leaving you guys here for the return journey.
Let's just get these things delivered and worry about a conquest of the undead at a later time.
We still have a couple of days, I believe.
Oh no, that's a few weeks away.
Oh, we have plenty of time.
I don't know what delivery you guys got, but hey, yeah, you probably got plenty of time to get wherever you're going and back.
I appreciate the news. And you'll have a safe travel. Watch
Yeah,
out for the undead.
Yeah, I hope it's not a common thing, as it's implied. I have not encountered any other undead, and I have been to many archaeological sites before.
But we'll be off.
Okay.
Maybe we'll run into each other again at a later time.
Maybe. Hopefully you won't sneak up on us again. You are a large fellow to be startling people.
That's what makes it fun.
You guys wouldn't happen to know of any caves around here, would you? Or like holes in the ground that lead to them?
I forgot. Did we find one?
No.
Not currently, no.
Shame. Those are safe places to tuck into the night, usually. Oh well. Be seeing you around, big man.
We will. We will.
Once we're sufficient distance away. So what was up with that?
We've ran into them when I met my good friend here.
They're a weird cult bandit.
Okay. And do you want them to continue being weird cult bandits?
Those two are harmless.
And they incite someone who isn't as harmless.
A bit late for that.
Yeah, just a tiny bit late.
One to note though, as they were walking away and you guys were able to see their backs, on their robes that they have on is a purple circle with an eye on it.
Like, they don't need to continue being weird cult bandits.
I mean, they haven't been harmful cult bandits, so...
Okay.
Then again, they may have folded. This guy here decided to just walk up behind them and pick them up by the scruff of their neck effectively and go, "What are we doing today?" And honestly, they reacted in a very fair manner.
You're playing a game. You're playing a game with them. Okay. Sure.
No, I'm not.
Whatever.
No, I'm not. This whole thing has been an absolute fugue state fever dream.
Admittedly, to you was more toward him.
Oh.
Yeah, just a little. It's fun.
Oh,
Get goodies. If I ever need any information, I could get it from them.
Information on what? Precisely.
oh.
Not sure exactly yet. Just anything going around, why are they in the area? Stuff like that. I show them I'm not too much of a friendly face to them. I'm sure they'll talk to me just about anything I really want to know. And if I gain their trust a little bit more, maybe I could find more about this cult.
I think he wants to recruit him.
Just them or the cult itself?
Yeah.
I don't think I've met other people from the cult yet.
No, we've avoided him for the most part.
You guys
I've
had a
met-
chance. You guys had a chance to go chase them down, but after finding out they were mostly harmless and mostly just looters and grave robbers, you kind of just went, eh.
I should relay that. Because I was looking at my notes, but I did see like rows that are partially closed down, and I forgot where that was from. I think that's from us chasing them.
So is the cult part that they're just bandits?
Pretty much so far.
Normally there's something more, culty, whenever it comes to cults.
Yeah, I've heard him talk. I'm like 80% sure there's more.
But if we can get friendly with these two just a little bit more, not really, not too friendly, just enough to where they're calm around us.
You
We
know
can probably
what?
get some more information
We'll
out of them.
probably figure out whatever their deal is whenever fire starts raining from the sky. Okay. That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. This is my introduction to your place. Do you see why I have such a bad view of it?
They did chatter up. They did, well, they thought he was dead.
So now they're after undead. Are you sure they don't exclusively burgle the dead?
It seems to be, for the most part, what they do, yeah.
Archaeology.
They're starting a museum.
No, that's why I call
museum.
it grave.
A museum of coin in their purse.
The roving buffet continues. Loading screen.
What's our Skyrim loading screen tidbit for the day?
Crab wings are a foreign delicacy in this land.
Picture of a chorus ass looking crab.
But it has a lemon slice on it.
All right. As the conversation about the grave robbing bandits, the archaeologist cult is seems to be over at the moment. And carry on the road. Nothing eventful for the rest of the day, but you guys do come across a small roadside outcropping and set up. Named Wheatway. Is you guys can stop, take your long rest, and take it easy for a moment. It looks to be just a pretty much small roadside trade town of having basic supplies go in and out. It's kind of one of those places that it's a few days from anything, but it's also a few days from a lot of things. So it's a good intermediate point.
Getcha.
As you guys only have a couple more. You guys only have a couple more days before you should be getting there. You guys are pretty close to the actual border itself of between Gallia and Yord. But would you guys like to do anything at this small area? Stay shop around with what little you have. Rest, talk, anything. Yeah, rest will happen anyways. But
What time are we getting there?
bit questionable at this point. You guys have been traveling pretty good. The things have been pretty favorable for getting fast-tracked through the actual ancient forest back there, instead of it being a slow crawl through it. You had a magic man there basically shift you on through, saved a lot of time. There haven't been many stops aside from getting attacked by things from the sky. So probably know a bit closer when you actually to time getting there.
Trading's kind of out for me with my all of 0 money.
I mean, you've got something for trade.
So we want to just keep passing through.
This will be towards the end of the day for actually being able to just take a long rest if you want to get a bed to sleep in instead of the back of a cart or the side of the road.
I shall go with that. That is nice.
I guess if I could just sit down in the area and kind of talk to some people and see if there's been any weird going-ons and where we're at and where we're going.
That sounds good.
All right.
Just like anything, like I try to get the heads up of like, oh look, birds have been raining from the sky in this area. You need to watch out for them because that's been a consistent problem for Saul recently.
All right. Head in over to an inn, which looks like this place is a actually a bit more crowded than you'd think a little passerby place would be at the moment. Getting in, go up to the front counter. You got just a gnome standing on a stool with a ledger there. Bright red curly hair, piercing green eyes, just... Ah! Interesting lot. Looks like someone from up north and someone from way down south. And someone else from way down south, maybe? Not sure about you two. Hey, meat man. Hey, Ronald. So, 5 rooms, or any one of you sharing?
I look silently at the money man.
I'm gonna stay with the goods. I just came in to say hi and walk around the town a bit. When he said money man, I believe that was referring to Val.
Oh,
Yes.
sure. Accommodate.
A lot of you
I
splitting rooms or sharing rooms?
That's
5
2
silver
beds to a
apiece.
room. Is it 1 bed to a room, or is it 2 beds to a room?
We got a couple of each, so a few of each. It's up to you.
2 beds to a room is fine.
5 silver a night.
That sounds good to me.
All right, are you heading in now or going out about looking and coming back later?
I'll probably be heading up in a little bit. The others, they might come later.
Yep. If any of you want to go rest now, I'll show you to the room and unlock it for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go head up.
I'm not gonna head up right away.
All right, but
I would like to know what the rooms are.
he'll show you guys up to where the 2 rooms for you, or the 4 of you will be.
Good.
And just walking up there. So any of you that special lot from the Voice in the Sky? Had a few of people like that pass by recently.
You say where they were going?
Some people were heading. They can't stop by on the way heading to Coral. Had a couple others pass through here saying they were gonna head through the area and go over and fight in the ancient battleground and go kill them some undeads.
Oh yes, I heard about that. They say a wizard did that.
Yep. Old Thezadune. Strange they kept the town name after all that. You'd think they'd change the name. I don't know what legal hassle there is for changing the name of a town, but I think they wouldn't want to be associated with a necromancer.
Have they tried going after the wizard at all?
Oh, he's long gone, I think.
We hope.
Yeah, apparently though, there's a dying curse was left the lands and left the people there to keep resurrecting in that field, and keep fighting. I don't know if hold on a sec. Now that you bring that up, though, if he died fighting, would he be revived constantly, and someone slaying him each time? Do wizards keep their powers if they get just revived as a skeleton?
I'm not sure.
Maybe if you find people that have fought there before. Some people make the trip every few years when a blood moon comes around to just go there. Yeah. Keep an eye out for thieves and pickpockets, though. You get a bunch of warrior people type around together, and they get a bit comfortable, and they're all nice and dandy with each other, but you know how people are. They start to drink and get a bit dizzy and not quite there, and some people with slippery hands like to take advantage of that. So if you're going there, big man, which this guy, this is a halfling. They're like 3 feet tall, Val, so they fucking come up to like your waist, if that even. Yeah. Keep an eye on your pockets, big man, but here's your room. So you guys have your 2 rooms unlocked?
I'm just saying that if we come across an undead wizard, I'm out.
Are we going to know if that happens in such a time to allow you to be out?
I can get out very quick. I'm gonna be out.
Yeah, but undead wizard does undead wizard things. It could be like, "Wah," and then there's like a bone cage around us.
And that's why I want to be out. I don't like that.
Well, then we wouldn't know until the cage rises.
But you see, he looks way more intimidating than us, so if anybody's gonna get a bone cage, it'll be him.
Ah, so he gets
And then
boned
we have a
first.
warning. He does get boned first. It's just how it works.
Fair enough.
So did you want to ask any more questions around, or go talk to Ronald there, ask him about anything else?
I can go find Ronald, but I was also just kind of like drift through since this is a lot of, like you said, travel stop points for people.
Yeah, well, let's say that you guys were showing upstairs, back down. This would just be back, at the counter of the inn.
Yeah. It's like Ronald and other people wandering around occasionally.
Yeah. What you gonna ask?
Just go back down and it was like, so, question for you. You seem to have like the inn here, meaning a lot of people come in and out and stop around here, right?
Oh, yeah.
Anything going on in the general area, or like hold on, let me see, actually I have to check. Where are we headed, guys?
Yord.
Off game, I wrote it down. Yord. Or like, anything in the direction of Yord that's odd or weird or popping up from that travelers mentioned?
Not anything too much I've heard out of the normal recently. Aside from it's blood moon time, but that comes around every few years.
Okay, just blood moon. That's lovely. Okay. Well, just always worries. Anything weird pops up overnight, just if you could let me know on the way out, that'd be great.
Understandable. There is. It's not anything bad. It's something quite good, I guess. Well, I wouldn't quite say good. It's a bit of a celebration going on a couple days away from here, across the border. There, Lord Belvale is, he holds an annual sort of feast for some of the people of the local area, and to honor some of his rose knights that are kept around, and honor the fallen, and also do a bit of a toast to his wife, who passed several years ago. So, you might be welcome there if you are simply stopping by. I don't believe they're the type to turn people down from the celebration as long as they're respectful.
And which place is that? And where was that you said?
Oh, was that? That's a couple days away, and look back through my notes.
Hey, you gave me an event. You gotta have the location for me.
I have many things, and I have been swapping back and forth between my notes, but I am terrible at organizing my notes.
Honestly, same. Fair.
So some of my notes are sometimes a lot of names on one page, but the names are not necessarily connected. They were just in the order that they went in my brain. Next page. Next page it was. Sin and Dan. I will also put that in the thing, in the server.
Appreciate it. This is in like a couple days, couple weeks, couple months.
I'm sorry, what?
He said he's like, and this is in like a couple days, couple weeks, like.
Should be. I believe it's 3 or 4 days away.
Oh no, I meant the event, like the feast itself, not travel time.
No, that's what I meant.
Oh, I'm sorry, the way it was said. My bad.
No.
I guess thanks for the tidbit. And yeah, if I hear something weird from people, not just like, yeah, give me a heads up, because I don't want to go through anything else weird today or this week.
Oh, well, what else happened?
Horse birds.
Oh, you found some of the hippogriffs. Oh.
We're gonna go with that word. That sounds like you know what it is. Horse birds.
You know they got a population around sometimes. They don't attack travelers sometimes, but they tend to stay a bit more off in their own territory.
Well, they were out the other day. You had a great time. So just trying to avoid anything weird.
Understandable, being attacked by as you put it, bird horse things could be pretty traumatic. Yeah, someone like me, they could scoop up in one claw and fly away with.
Yeah, you might also want to avoid the horse birds then.
Sir, I'm a merchant. I prefer to stay indoors.
Good choice. Good choice. I respect that choice.
Away from the danger.
Yeah, no, yeah, I respect that choice. It's a good one.
You are you going to go around town? As it's pretty late in the afternoon. Most places are probably either closed or packing up at the moment for actual merchant goods.
If everything's packing up and closing, then no, I probably won't just like wander around.
You got a couple people in here with a little bit of drink and a little bit of food. But yeah, a couple people don't really look too noteworthy at the moment.
Then yeah, I'll probably just call it good if it looks like that's probably all I'll get.
All right. Long rest for people, unless anyone wants to do overnight shenanigans. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Long rest.
All right.
One day I will be able to afford cloves. That day is not the day.
Well, you have a dream going through the night where it's very much so almost like an out-of-body experience. More so you're like you're watching the events unfold behind, like, from someone else's view. Not like a third person out-of-body view. Like, you're just watching through the eyes of someone else, as just somewhere in a grass field, somewhere in a grass field that looks like home, out in the middle of just absolute pouring rain and thunder, amidst just a bloodbath of a battlefield. You are struck just multiple times with arrows. Just pretty much whoever's body you're viewing from, like, the front of them looks like a pincushion of various mixed thrown things, as this man seems to just carve through various other people with just a great sword clad in, like, this, almost like the storm itself, just cleaving through people like butter. And eventually, after a certain point, you're not sure how long it's been, but just the adrenaline flow of battle having gone on and gone on, this man starts to collapse into just a pool of blood that's been coming out of him for a while amongst the other bodies. And ever so briefly, as they managed to roll onto his back and just look up towards the sky and just watch the thunder the thunder and lightning for a few brief moments, as you feel what's a much more calming presence briefly part the storm and take a hold of your hand as your eyes open up once more. Matt, thankfully no weird dreams for you this time.
Oh, that's nice.
Medina, if you said anything, it hasn't come through.
Oh, no, not yet. I haven't said anything yet.
Okay. Well, long rest occurred. People are waking up.
I'll start to head down.
All right. People head down as they wake up. Things to do for the day, or while you're here before heading out.
Breakfast.
What?
Breakfast.
That still didn't come through.
Breakfast.
Might want
What?
to slow down and like enunciate it. Whatever you're doing, your mic is cutting out most of it.
Breakfast.
Breakfast. Yeah, it literally was
There we
just getting like one syllable that was a noise.
That
Yeah.
explains the ek.
It
Yeah,
does.
breakfast. Well. Are you gonna look for something here, or go back to the wagon and get some ration?
Just something here, just something small.
All right. Just get a couple eggs and some fresh vegetables. A little bit of bread. Are you buying for everyone?
Buying for anybody who comes by, yeah. For the crew.
Are any of you eating breakfast with him?
Food
He
sounds great.
continues to feed me. I continue to not eat the rabbit.
You raise
That's
excellent
not
arguments.
Breakfast.
All right. Eh. Between the four of you, 8 silver.
For a gold piece. Yeah.
Ronald looks at you when you put a gold piece on the counter. One moment, sir, while I break the change for this.
That's
Sits
all
there and
actually all he has to pay with.
sits there and brings you back 90, or say here, fucking say 9 silver and 8 copper. Fuck, am I doing that right? I get the conversion mixed up sometimes. Brain function. Brain function. Yeah, 10 silver pieces, 1 gold. So actually, yeah, 10 silver piece, 1 gold. So yeah, bringing you back 90 98 silver, or sorry, 92 silver.
Gonna give her about half of those back. That's fine.
Stop for a moment and just. Uh, Thank you, sir. It's quite a large amount. Is there anything else you'd like?
How many coffee?
Ah, the bean juice from the mountains, of course.
That'd be all. Thank you. Keep 44 silver.
So you guys, he brings all of you a round of coffee. Any sweeteners for that? Sugar, honey, uh, cream?
I'll take some honey and cream.
Type of cream.
Yeah. Bring you guys a pitcher of cream and honey, and sit there and kind of just pretty much when you guys say, just leave the pitcher with you guys for how much you paid. Yeah. Actually, interesting thing. Cam, you've never had coffee.
Smells nice, doesn't taste nice.
Well, yeah. It's hot. It tastes very bitter, and you immediately understand why there was honey and cream. Salt, you have had coffee before. And quotation marks served it before.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just have some with honey.
Alright. Everyone gets their coffee. Has a nice little breakfast. As little bell rings when someone opens the door as you guys are eating, as some more guests come in. It's not too unusual for someone to be coming in the morning for an inn. Might have forgotten something, but you guys are met with a vibrant blue dragonborn carrying a large pack, with next to him a diminutive brownish red kobold with an equally large pack for their size. And say, walking up to the counter. Yes, Ronald. Yes. Me and my ale will be staying here for a few nights. And he pulls out and counts out some silver. Here is lodging in advance, thank you. And looks. He kind of looks at you for a moment, like squints and tilts his head. And kind of gives a little, like, sniff in the air. I do not mean to look at you, friend, but, I have been somewhere recently, and you smell of the salt plains.
No, I got that part wrong. Not any of that issue for me.
Just to clarify, I mean an elemental plane, not if there's any, standard desert fare. I should have clarified.
Yeah, also still not a thing for me, thankfully. That sounds horrible.
There were crabs and a whale. Made of salt. But where are my manners? I am Azibab, this is my ale. A traveling merchant. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, I guess.
Holds out a hand to shake.
I shake it.
But how do you grip?
Normally? What do you mean, how do I grip?
Like firm handshake, limp wrist, noodle. How was your handshake?
Probably not great. I just fell down a fucking mountain.
Fair. His is a bit firm and slightly over. His is a bit firm and slightly overeager. He's... So, I see big man with sword. I see person with arrows. It's safe to assume the lot of you are adventurers. Yes.
If you're looking for adventurers, talk to them. You'll have more luck. And I'm gonna let them handle that. This guy's kind of unnerving.
The kobold has said nothing and is just sitting there, is just standing there, staring blankly, level with the table. Actually, it's not even level with the table. It's just, well, it's keeping its head level and just staring forward.
Hello there, friend.
Yeah, nice to meet you. My name is Asbab. This is my
Oh.
I am wandering merchant extraordinaire. I have many items for the adventurer in need. And
This
I
is-
see you are armed. You may need
I
to
am.
buy stuff. And I have stuff to buy. Or I also buy stuff off of you if you have magical goods or interesting things.
What do you have to sell?
Yes. Is there anything that your adventuring needs require? Potions, magical items? Is in terms of weapon or defense? I might have it. Or
Looking
just
around.
comfort. Do not underestimate the power of comfort.
Oh, yeah. You'll look around the party. Anything in particular I should look for?
I think this one's all you. Unless Starchild's been holding out on us.
I mean, I did find some coins on that one body in the ocean, lake, river, whatever. So, do you happen to have a wooden bow in either
Plain
sense of the
wooden.
word?
Well, I mean, most bows that I'm aware of are made of some form of wood, and the string can be different things, but most bows I'm aware of are normally made with wood.
I've seen some metal bow staffs, so I probably should
Oh, wait.
clarify.
Oh, wait, did you say bow staff? I only heard bow.
No, I only said bow.
Okay.
That's why I said in either sense of the word as well.
Yes. Yes. Well, I have a one magic bow. Yes. Want me at the moment?
When you say magic bow, which type of bow and what type of magic?
You started this.
I know.
Well, and he sets his pack. He sets his pack down and goes into it. Opens up a pouch and pulls out a bow out of a pouch that it probably shouldn't fit in. So we have right here one storm shot bow. It is a recurved short bow, and he'll gesture towards the curve in it. It made easier to fire once you partially get the string back for a design. Uh, some people of nomads have been known to use this on horseback and some various flying creatures, but that varies from land to land. But either way, the smaller size makes it a bit easier to fire and maneuver from that. Yes. Per magical effect, it is not a quiet bow. Rather than the little like whistle noise that the arrow makes when it goes by, this reverberates with the storm, the crackle of lightning and thunder. It also electrifies the thing that it hits, and once per day for the bow, you can turn the arrow into a big old bolt of lightning. It's pretty nice, yes?
That is nice.
Sounds really nice. How much do you want for it?
Well, how much do you have to offer first?
I have some magic seeds.
Because price can be negotiable when you have other magical items or goods to trade. Magic seeds, okay.
Show off some of the seeds.
Now, what do these magical seeds grow?
I don't know yet.
That is not necessarily the best thing for trade, friend.
God gave me these magic seeds, so it does grow something very impressive.
According to creation myths, isn't that the case for literally everything?
Yeah, as he takes a moment when you say God gave you the magic beans to grow stuff. Huh.
Yes.
You know, I look you in your eyes and I see it more fascinating that I do not sense deception.
Because I'm not lying to you?
Yes, and that is very intriguing that you are you on some greater journey for said God or anything? Or
I was told to go kill a wolf somewhere.
and if you don't mind asking, what does that have to do with the plants?
Not a whole lot. They might be connected.
Fascinating.
This wolf is said to try to destroy the world or something, I think. Start Ragnarok and all that. And it might be a metaphorical wolf. I wasn't very clear about that.
Well,
So I feel like these might be somewhat important, at least to my god.
I feel like if they are that important, then, as a merchant who would like to have a very rare item like that, but probably should not sell those.
I mean, I was told to spread them about, so giving you one or two to go sell to someone to grow something.
I see you
Doesn't
have a bag of seeds.
Yeah, it's a bag of seeds. Lots of seeds. Don't know how many seeds are in here, but lots of seeds.
And you, friend, you looked like you had something to say there. Towards Val.
Pulls up music box.
A magical box of some kind, I assume? Or is it just solid gold? Because, I mean, if it's solid gold, that's also a nice price.
You tell me. I don't know.
Getting ready to plug my ears.
Sits there, stops, and just looks at the guy that's ready to plug his ears. I must ask, is this cursed? You are not pulling a fast one on me. Is this cursed item?
What do I know if it's cursed or not? I'm just gonna shoulders and hands up. Oh,
See, most people would charge for magical appraisal to do something of that, to deal with that. If you are offering me strange box that may or may not be cursed, I'm going to have to decline until it has been identified. Unless you wish to pay the price for identifying, which I normally run at a 15 gold.
meeting eggs.
Sit there, eat some eggs, drink some coffee.
I
You do
can pay
not know
that.
if I... Very well. He puts his hand over his chin and kind of runs it across his scales, or he's got a little few beard-like horns. I do not know if identify would work on the seeds.
I'm not sure.
Very well. He holds out a hand for 15 gold, please.
I hand him the 15 gold.
Alright. Alright, this will take...
I dropped my phone.
This will take 1 minute for me to cast. So
That's fine.
he'll put a palm on it and start chanting. As his eyes take on a very brief glow for a second at the end, leans his head back, and then he very quickly lets go of the box. Friend, where did you get this?
It was left from someone in the woods.
This is something that should have been left in the woods.
It seemed like it was a gift.
A gift in a very twisted sense. That is a music box that plays recorded screams of others, turned into a twisted music. In my personal opinion, you should find a cleric and get them to dispose of this, if possible. If it is more powerful than they can deal with, I don't know. Bury it deep underground or throw it in a lake away where no one will find it. Or give it to your enemies. If you have enemies. You might have enemies if you play this box.
Keep that in mind.
Although it is a hefty chunk of gold, it does have a magical property in nature so it should be rather durable. Honestly, if you want to just throw it at someone and beat them in the head, it could act like a magical rock. If you do not have something to bypass the magical resistances that some creatures or items allow for.
What do you make it play?
Points at little crank handle on the side.
So theoretically, I could crank that handle and throw it. Hit somebody with the screaming box.
Theoretically, yes. I do not know how far away this would play, how audible it would be. So do it your own discretion.
Kind of funny. think I'll keep the box.
Well, I hope I do not have the music that played in in my ears there in my dreams.
I hope not as well. But you just said you had some comfort item.
Yes, some very simple things. I have a wand of mending. Is very simple. You just cast mending, such as the cantrip item. It's very nice for just fixing up everyday things. I have the Sleepy Time bed sack, which is a bedroll that adjusts to the user's body temperature to be very nice, very comfortable, and it only fits one person, so it is not a two people sleeping bag, but it is it will keep you warm in cold climates, and if you are in a hot climate such as desert, it will keep you cool. It is very good for getting well rested. Also, it has a nice soft lining on the inside.
How much is that?
That I have priced at 10 gold. I only have one of them at the moment, unfortunately. Someone else bought a few of them out, and this is the stock I have left.
You know what? I should think.
Very well, and we'll go out and as they pretty much pull you out what looks to be very nice, sewn together sleeping bag. It's a kind of odd, like foresty brown color with a little bit of some kind of animal fur along the collar area of it for actually like where your head would be. There you go, sir. I have several spell scrolls as well if you need any of those. I got a few healing potions. I got very, basic stuff to keep around. Stuff to help you keep you alive. Got a potion of fire breathing if that interests you. It's pretty cool to breathe fire at things. I do lightning myself.
Sure, I don't need that. Thank you.
Yeah. Healing potions for 50 gold if you need any of those. And that bow that we were talking about earlier, that runs around 1500.
Sadly, I do not have that much.
Your mic is very cutty-outy, but that sounded negatory.
Sadly, I do not have that much. It's not yet.
It is a more expensive item, yes, but...
Were you considering for the trade?
Friend, I do not know how to price your beans, and that is a very big risk for a sizable amount of gold.
Seems like a story I once heard. Boy traded a cow for beans.
I mean, I could trade you my ale for beans, but I don't really want to trade my ale. Kobold just blinks one eye at a time.
There's a T-posing.
Not yet. It's just standing there with his pack. Yes. I also have inconvenience items. Those can be nice. I have a bag. I have a bag of returning caltrops. I have some glue. Is there some glue of the sovereign? I have
What
a
is that?
little. Nice. Sovereign glue. It is a glue that you put on something, and it basically makes it to where it doesn't come undone from anything magically. It basically you would need some. You would need a very specific magic item to unstick it. Otherwise, whatever you stuck together is stuck together. It's very rare, very hard to find.
That'd be very funny to put on a porta john.
Yes, that is one use I've heard of it before. The two wizards in a argument of escalation of one would say dumb shit.
I wonder how long it took him to get off of the throne.
From my recollection, they had the toilet lid ripped off and had to have a servant go find what could remove it, and then remove it. Otherwise, the option was they ripped his skin off and it recovered that.
That's hilarious.
Although, if you think about it economically, I believe ripping the skin off and then chugging a few healing potions might have been the cheaper option. But that runs around the 400 gold or so.
Ugh.
It is, as I say, very rare. You need a pretty good alchemist or wizard. And take some rare ingredients in a lot of time.
All I have is about 50 gold.
Ah, well, that is enough for a potion.
Yes, but I think I should hold on to that for the moment.
Might be good, yes, for your living arrangements. Well, it was good doing business with you, though, for those couple items. Friend, if you find out what those seeds actually do produce and can give me a tangible result, trade can be on the table. I am unwilling to take that big of a risk at the moment, though. If you're looking for that bow specifically. If you want to part a few beans for healing potion, I'd do that, though. I say beans, I mean seeds. Dad? Oh no, has he been pulled away?
Most
The
likely start.
void is claimed.
Maybe not for some healing potions. Do you happen to have a normal non-magic bow? Made out of wood, hopefully.
I have a longbow. Is that okay?
That works fine. How much do you want for it? It's not magic, right? Just a
Correct.
longbow.
Correct. Yes, it is in pretty good condition. Slightly used. Someone decided that the adventuring life was not for them and turned in this bow as it is a bit of a higher draw power, and they got a smaller bow, one that could be used more for hunting.
Would that make sense?
As I must swap back for prices. I did not realize the base D&D longbow cost that much. Then again, the base prices are kind of all over the place.
Whoever came up with it did not study economics.
This dagger is like 5 silver pieces. This bow is 50 gold.
Okay, well, what's the gold? Like a year's wage or some shit. But also, you need about 300 of them to get one revive item. What the fuck is up with this?
Yeah, so no, we're gonna lower that price. We're gonna lower that base price there. Yeah. No. I give it to you for 7 gold.
Oh my gold. Okay. I just hand him 7 gold.
All right.
You wouldn't have to have any arrows on you as well, would you?
I will throw in 10 arrows for you. Yes. Yeah. Now I will be here. You said part of your thing you were doing was spreading those seeds around. Yes.
Yes.
If you wouldn't mind planting one somewhere around this town and letting me know where it is, I will be here for some days. So I would like to observe it and see how it grows, and if anything comes of it. And more talk maybe on the table in the future if we meet again.
If there's grass or dirt outside, I'm just gonna walk out and go plant one immediately.
Just plant one right next to the inn.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Easy to keep track of. I will
So you know
monitor
exactly
it.
where it is.
I will monitor it every morning. Or afternoon, whichever is more convenient for me.
Find out anything, please let me know.
Yes.
I planted a lot of these. And I have no clue what they grow with you.
I do not know if your deity would be okay with you trading them for commerce and mass, but maybe a few here and there. You may actually need to commune with your deity at some point if you're on some holy task, if you are allowed to sell them like that. I do not need angry gods coming down on me.
The command was to spread them far and wide. And how better to spread seeds far and wide than to actively trade them with people who will plant.
Some deities may not appreciate their gifts being treated as commerce. They may expect it to be given freely rather than traded for stuff. Yeah. Some gods are very fickle and get mad over very small things. And I do not want to be one of those small things that they get mad at.
See where you're concerned, but I believe those concerns are up.
I say, you are a Norseman, yes? Gestures at Val.
I am.
Yeah, if you know anything about some of his gods, you should see the violence they do. I mean, one of them gets pissed off and comes down and just starts. It kills giants. It beats them to death with a hammer.
Thor is Thor.
See?
He does what he wants to do.
Ah, yes, you are aware of him. Yes. I do not need gods that can just manifest and start beating things like giants to death. Mad at me. Honestly, though, one that could do that would probably be the most merciful, because then I would just be a paste and it would be a quick death, probably. But then who would look after my ale? Blinks one eye and just keeps staring with the other. He is
He
precious.
always like that.
Yes, his family has been like that for generations.
Huh. Does his family ever speak, or do they just eye contact?
Yeah, most of the time he just stares and does what I say. Sometimes he holds his arms out for a very long amount of time, and I'm not sure why. It intimidates an odd amount of people. Some people also just try to take it as a challenge and stand there next to him doing it to see if they can do it longer. I don't think anyone has ever beaten him.
But funny.
But yes, if we have done the trade, it's been a good deal, yes. Once again, I am Ozzy Bob. This is my ale. We are merchants extraordinaire. We will be around somewhere. If we happen to see you again, I will update you on the nature of the plants you've produced. And next time we meet, hopefully you may have a bit more coin or trade that we can work with. Yes?
That sounds good. Pleasure
Yes.
doing business with you.
You gentlemen have a good day. I am going to get my stuff situated. Alright. And it is after midnight. So, good place to call it here. As I don't know if anyone has a cutoff time, but work days have been rough and hot and tiring,
Yes. Very.
and I'm sure you'd appreciate the rest. So, any last things you wish to discuss here before we call in character, or questions for me?
Happy good.
If I just decide to use the sleeping bag, not as a sleeping bag, but as a pillow, will it still do the effect of like it'll be really cool or really warm?
It'll match it, but it won't do it for your whole body. But if
Yeah,
you
I'm
want
just saying.
if you just want like
Really?
the cool side of the pillow, then yeah, it'll work for that.
Nice.
I like the idea that it sounds like you were gonna buy this for Arik, and then just, this is my sleeping bag now.
Oh no, it's like a both, but like it's like for traveling, I can just like lay my head on it.
Treat him like a body pillow. That's what you're saying?
Oh, Documentary.
Your Snake Man body pillow.
But no, I was thinking of like that too. I was like, what if we're just traveling and I just want to take a quick, I just leave my head on this thing.
If he was turned into a statue and put in there, he could be a solid snake body pillow. Those probably exist. Thad, do you know if those exist?
Those exist.
Yeah, I have seen it.
Why was the go-to Thaddeus? Why was the answer so quick and decisive?
I've been to a lot of conventions.
That's why he went
And,
to Thaddeus.
I've been to a
The
couple
answer would be
conventions.
so quick and decisive.
If you've seen Super Smash Brothers, Snake's ass is very firm.
Caked up.
Yeah, they gave him a lot more. That and add 4.
And 5.
Listen, they
And
knew what
then
the
Ultimate
people
took it
wanted.
away.
So it's Snake.
Ultimate made people mad over Snake.
That
Yes.
was funny.
Funniest thing ever.
All right.
Send a picture.
So next time, after we leave the tavern here, if you guys want to do any, look around town of smaller trade for any, more casual items you get instead of magical from your flashback merchant trader there, to be able to go through that. However, you should be, en route to actually get to your destination a day or two ahead of time and deal with stuff there. Go back out, talk to Meatman, head out your way, and get towards actually completing your first quest, getting payment, and finding more about what's going on with the undead situation or any other local rumors.
Hooray!
And see if Matt's luck occurs with anything bad. What, Eric?
I said hooray.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, we made it a whole session without triggering the aura.
I don't think most rolls were above a 15 on the die.
Oh,
None of mine were.
At least you were able to hit the thing with disadvantage and didn't break another bow.
I was
Yeah, that was like a 9 on the die, so not exactly a phenomenal roll, though.
mentally
No,
prepared to
not
get
phenomenal. Rolls a 1, just shoots Medina in the back of the head with an arrow.
Won't be the first time. Won't be the last.
Hey, it'd be the first time for me. I have never shot you in the back of the head with an arrow.
shot with
I was-
an
You were
arrow.
there
With
with
an
an
arrow.
I was shot in the eye with an arrow. I've been shot in the back with a pepper box.
No,
Or is
Matt's
it-
all
okay,
The pepper box was my fault, but the crossbow bolt was not my fault.
Matt's usually the one getting shot in the back more often.
Okie dokie. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
goodbye.
Good.